Hey guys, how's it going? This is Mike from M&R Automotive. Today we have a Subaru Forester and we're installing a 30-inch light bar. Alright, first thing we're going to do is remove the 6 push pin. So the way you do it, just get a pry tool underneath, pop the pin up and just take it out. 3. Pretty simple, right? Alright, now we're going to get all the clips around the bottom, and that should release the bumper from the front. There's also one clip on each of the fenders where the fender meets the bumper, and we're just going to pry it out. It's the same type of clip. There you go, I opened it and just pull it out. So after 2 of these are removed, one on driver, one on the passenger side, so we're just trying to unclip this line here. See? Comes out fairly easy. So now we're just unclipping, and there's 2 wiring harnesses, one on each side. And if you look in here, you can reach in, press the tab, and take it out. So now that we have the bumper removed, let me show you the M&R brackets. You do get a driver side and a passenger, and the mounting bolts that we're going to use are these here. You have one here on the driver side and one on the passenger. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and remove this bolt. We're going to thread the bolt through the M&R bracket, and we're going to install it back. I am only going to finger tighten this, so that way I can do the final tie down after I have the light bar in the middle. And I'll do the same thing on the passenger side. I'm going to thread it through the bracket and I'm going to mount it. Let's go ahead and install the light bar. I'm going to use the supplied hardware to thread the light bar bolts through the bracket. There is a rail system so you can adjust the height of the light bar to fit the opening of the bumper. Alright, now that we have the light bar threaded, we're going to go ahead and tighten the bolt. I decided to run the wire here through the side and through this opening here. Actually makes it very easy to get power into from the engine bay. So for this light bar install, I purchased a wireless wiring harness on Amazon, and it only controls 2 power sources. So you could actually get the same wiring harness to control the main white light feature as well as the amber DRL. M&R does sell a wireless wiring harness, but that one you get 8 different ones. So I wanted to show you a different resource that you guys can use. I'll put a link in the description below. There's 2 ways of using this wiring harness. The first way is a little bit more challenging way, is taking these physical buttons inside the cab through the firewall. We're not going to be doing that because it takes a lot of effort, and we choose to go the wireless route. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect it all together, and we're going to be able to use the wiring harness using this remote. So we're going to get a power for the positive lead on the wiring harness. That's the one that has a fuse here. Let's make sure there's a fuse in here. It's a 30 amp fuse, which is great. I'll go ahead and loosen this bolt. I'm going to slide it through the wiring harness, through the eyelid of the harness, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the ground. There's a grounding strap eyelid. I'm going to put it through the eyelid. The wireless wiring harness has 2 power wires. One is the main power wire, and the second one is the accessory power wire. So we went ahead and connected both of them on the positive terminal, as well as both of the black ones on the negative terminal. If you have purchased the M&R Slim Light Bar in either one color, white or amber, your wiring out of the light bar is going to only have 2 wires. A black wire, which is the ground, and a red wire, which is the power. If you have purchased a 2-function light bar, you will also get a blue wire which serves as the power wire for the amber DRL. Now let's connect the M&R wiring to the wireless harness that we have. Pair up the wires. We're going to go red to red, black to black, and then in this case it's going to be blue to yellow. Yellow is going to be the 2nd function, which is going to be our DRL. So I am going to use crimp connectors. I'm going to crimp the red, and I'm going to pair that to the red wire on the harness. And that's the main function, which is going to power the white light. Now let's do the black wires. And then the last one is going to be the blue wire. And we're going to match that to the yellow for the amber DRL. Now I'm going to tug on them to make sure we have good connections. And let's go ahead and test it. Okay, now that we completed the wiring, let's go ahead and test it out. Wow, it looks really nice in this bumper opening. Very flush and sleek, and puts out plenty of light. This particular light bar comes in either white, amber, or white with amber DRL. Thank you guys for watching, and I know you're going to love the product.